What is up, my fellow creeps? Now, I don't say this lightly, but horror games are thriving right now. We're talking indie nightmares, brand new IPs, and legendary franchises all rising from the grave at the same time. We're not just witnessing a comeback, we're living through a full-blown horror renaissance. Let's get into it. First up, one of the creepiest, most atmospheric indie horrors ever made is back. Out of nowhere, Darkwood 2 was announced, a sequel to the cult top-down survival horror that became a sleeper hit for its tension and lore. But here's the twist. It's being developed by Ice Pick Lodge, the same minds behind Pathologic, which means things might even get weirder. Expect less jump scares and more "what did I just experience" type of energy. Psychological dread, shifting realities, and that oppressive sound design Darkwood nailed so well. If you've never played the first one, now's the time. It's one of those games that doesn't just scare you, it lingers. Next, we've got Broken Lore Unfollow, launching January 16th, 2026. This one blends influencer culture, livestream horror, and urban legends into one twisted story. You play as a content creator who discovers a cursed social network. And yeah, things go downhill fast. Now, after playing the demo, I got to say it's got a really cool vibe. It's trippy and weird in all the right ways, blending that dark influencer aesthetic with the sad, almost tragic backstory for the main character. From what I played, the mother figure is just awful. Straight up monstrous in the most human way possible. You instantly feel the weight of that trauma, and it gives the story a personal edge a lot of horror games miss. I like the simple puzzles and the bizarre recipe sequence near the end of the demo. If you know, you know. It's unsettling without ever resorting to cheap scares. And that constant losing and gaining followers in real time is genius. It keeps the sense of urgency like you're performing for your life. It's not the most terrifying game I've ever played, but it has its moments, and the vibe sticks with you long after the demo ends. If the full game keeps up this kind of tension, it could easily become one of those sleeper hits that everyone starts talking about. If you're into found footage aesthetics or meta storytelling, keep this one on your radar. So we've talked about some exciting new projects, but here's where things get wild. This is just the beginning. Because for the first time in over a decade, we're about to see Resident Evil, Silent Hill, and Fatal Frame all release new entries within a 6-month window. 3 of horror's founding pillars all active at the same time, and Silent Hill F already got us started and is already a major success. And that got me thinking a little bit. We're not just getting more horror games, we're witnessing a renaissance. For years, horror was considered too niche, too risky, too slow. The big publishers walked away and the genre survived through indie devs who refused to let it die. They kept that flame burning with titles that proved atmosphere and storytelling could outshine a massive budget any day. Now those same ideas are bleeding into the big leagues again. Capcom's doubling down after the success of their remakes. Konami finally remembered what made Silent Hill special, that psychological dread, that uncomfortable quiet. And Koei Tecmo's bringing Fatal Frame back to remind us why Japanese horror still hits differently. At the same time, fresh new voices are stepping in. Darkwood 2, Ludo, Broken Lore Unfollow still awakes the deep, proof that horror is evolving, not just reviving. It's the perfect storm of nostalgia, innovation, and pure creative energy. Honestly, it feels like horror gaming is back in full force. Not as a throwback, not as a nostalgic grab, but as the heartbeat of modern storytelling. The industry's already booming, and with how many new titles are in the pipeline, it's not slowing down anytime soon. Listen, if you've ever loved horror, this is the moment to pay attention, because this isn't just a comeback, it's a new era. So whatever you're into, slow burn psychological dread like Darkwood, twisted internet horror like Broken Lore, or the big AAA monsters like Resident Evil and Silent Hill, this lineup is stacked. It has been a while since the horror genre felt this alive. Which of these games are you most hyped for? Let me know down below, and if you want to stay caught up on everything horror gaming, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Stay creepy, my friends. That is all I got for now.